Hello and welcome, or welcome back to the stream. I am very sick. I'm gonna do my best. I literally can't stay awake. My fatigue is so bad. I have my rheumatology appointment tomorrow. I see my rheumatologist every 3 months because yeah, that's just how often you see a rheumatologist. I mean, most people see their rheumatologist like once a year. I see mine 4 times a year because um I have high disease activity. But even when I was like having seizures and stuff, I only saw her every 6 weeks until we got it under control. So yeah, yeah. So gonna see what they say. But today just been I had hives everywhere. My immune system's just been like very very reactive, so not really sure what's going on. But there's a few things I need her to look at, so I don't know. And also I don't have a car, so I have to get public transport to the rheumatologist tomorrow. So I'm gonna have a half day from work, and then I'm gonna get the train and the tram across the other side of Melbourne, and that's gonna be fun because I'm definitely going to get sick from the UV exposure, but unfortunately don't have a choice. So I'll be cracking out my my UV clothing and the sunscreen, and we'll see what we can do. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I need to get my car serviced so I can drive. And I've just had too many other bills and stuff to pay for, so I just haven't done it. I just haven't done it because I'm poor. But am I okay? I'm alright to stream. I'm okay to stream tonight. I just physically couldn't hold myself up last night. I was like, I can't. But I'm alright to like just chill out and sit in a chair and talk. Like, it'll be fine. And if I feel too tired, I'll just peace out and go to bed. But yeah, we'll see how we go. But I think all in all, I will be okay. What was the issue though? Like the condition. I just think I'm just having a flare-up of lupus symptoms. Am I able to get a taxi from work? It would cost me like $90 each way, at least $90 each way, and I'm not paying like $200 for a taxi. And honestly, like the UV exposure is not gonna be that much less. Like, if I'm gonna cop, because my rheumatologist appointment is at 2:20, which is honestly like the worst time it could be. But the thing is, like, you don't get special consideration at the rheumatology office because everybody else also has an autoimmune condition. That's why they're there. So yeah, my fatigue is super bad. Like, I'm always very, very, very tired. Like, people always comment to me like, oh, why don't you go to bed early? You're always so tired. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter if I sleep 14 hours. I'm still going to be tired. Like, my immune system is like constantly working overdrive to attack my healthy tissues. And that's what it's doing. But you think they might be able to do a telehealth? Well, I have a complication from a cortisone injection that I need my rheumatologist to look at. I have atrophy of muscle in my I have about like a third of my hip and like butt cheek missing from a cortisone injection. It's just like a massive dent where the fat and the muscle have atrophied since I went to the radiologist and I had like a ultrasound guided injection into my joint and into my bursa, and something's gone wrong, and the steroids leaked somewhere where it wasn't supposed to go, and it can be permanent, so I have to get her to look at it because hopefully it's not permanent, because it hurts when I walk because there's no muscle there to hold my leg up anymore, and it really hurts. So I have to get her to look at that to see like what I can do. hopefully something that's covered by Medicare. And if it's just cosmetic, I might have to get like a fat transfer into the area to put the fat back so I'm not like lopsided. Steroid-based atrophy, yeah, which is why I haven't gone back to get any more, even though what game am I playing? I am playing no game at the moment, so I am talking. Yeah, anyway, let's look at the crossword. That's just what's going on. But yeah, we're getting close to December, so the UVs are like definitely getting up there. And Melbourne has the second highest UV index in the world after Buenos Aires. There you go, guys. Trivia for you. Alright. Hopefully it's exercise or local rehab. It's not though, because I lift and I got the injection done in January. It would have come back by now. I was reading, it says it takes a year at most for it to come back, and it says that the damage can be permanent, so I'm pretty sure it's permanent. And yeah, like, I don't understand why they did an ultrasound guided injection and still didn't put it in the right place. Like, anyway. Try not to think about it. I can see the word rainbow. We've got the letter R, B, N, W, I, A, and we have to use the letter O. Okay, rainbow. I think this might finish the game, hopefully. I have found one word. Brown. O. Oh, rain. Oh, the screen isn't showing? Sorry, guys. I'm really tired. It's probably not permanent unless I have full cell death. Yeah, I have a lot of pain after, like, if I walk more than 6,000 steps, the pain in the area is unbearable. Like, it's worse than the extreme like hip inflammation and the extreme like bursa inflammation that I had before the shot. Like, I would rather have dealt with that. And I wish they had have told me that that was a possibility, because I wouldn't have got it. I would have just put up with, like, you know, the searing bad pain. Because at least I wasn't disfigured. So now I probably have to pay out of my own pocket to fix the disfigurement and then put up with the pain, because I will only be able to probably address the cosmetic side of it. So... if it was cell death, I'd be peeing crimson. I don't... Oh... One of the side effects of steroid injections is atrophy. Atrophy appears as an indentation in the skin at the site of injection. The patient may refer to it as a dimple or a depression. Others may call it a dent or even a hole. The indentation can often be better felt than seen. Oh, you can definitely see mine. The skin around the injection site can atrophy, leaving a depressed area or divot. Fortunately, these depressions usually go away. This can take a long time, though, up to 6 months. It's been way longer than 6 months. It's been way longer than 6 months. Oh, arrow. Yay, we did it. We finished. Like, it's very, very visible. Everybody that I've shown can see it. Like, if, especially, it's my left leg. If you compare it to my right leg, there's, if you compare it to my right leg, it's like, it looks like half of my hip is missing and like part of my buttock is missing. Like, that's how extreme the fat loss and the muscle loss are. And it's to the point where, like, after about 6,000 steps, the muscle is like so wasted that I can't walk. I physically can't put weight on my left leg because of the atrophy. And I do weight training, so if it was something that could be addressed through like rehab or whatever, like I'm somebody that does hack squats, I'm somebody that does hip thrusts, I do all these exercises. Like, if it was something that could be addressed through rehabilitation, surely the muscle would have started coming back by now. So the only thing I can think of is that, like, my body's metabolized the fat cells, because that's what happens when fat cells die, your body metabolizes them. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like, I know you're trying to be nice to me, Hyperbovian. I'm just saying, like, there's no point, for me personally, there's no point being delusional about it. I like to be pragmatic about it and just say, okay, accept that it's happened and what can I do to address it? Because there's no point living in fucking, you know, fairyland where magic happens, because that's not real life. Yeah, but thank you for, like, being positive. I'm not, like, you know, that's usually a good thing to do, but in this situation, I have waited out a long time. Like, I got this injection in January because I was supposed to get it in before Christmas, and then the doctor got COVID and I had to reschedule it, and it was a whole thing. So I either got it in January or February, I don't remember, but it's definitely been way longer than 6 months, so... Anyway, let's just play connections. Let's not dwell on it. Because, you know, if the doctor gives me advice and I can address it, then I'll do that. But if, you know. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what the categories are, so we have to group together 4 words that might have a connection. And... yes. And if we guess correctly, it will tell us what the connection between the words was. All right, we got infrared, air conditioner, bin, microwave, stingray, x-ray, radio, ultraviolet, toaster, cup holder, marigold, carry-on, metal detector, rice cooker, shifter, blend. Okay, these are waves: microwave, x-ray, ultraviolet arrays, and infrared arrays. Nope. I stand corrected. Whoopsie. A red herring? Yeah, it looks like. Oh, maybe there's an airport thing. Metal detector, carry-on, x-ray, and bin. I think maybe, you know how you put your, like, you gotta put your laptop and your phone in the bin, and then you go through an x-ray and a medical detector, and you put your carry-on? Do you reckon it's like an airport thing? Maybe? I'm gonna try it. Let's go. See, while going through airport security, we did it. Toaster, microwave, rice cooker, and blender. Things you have in the kitchen. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We're on the right path. Oh, sorry, Daniel O'Brien, I didn't see you. If your question was too personal, I apologize. What was your question, Daniel? Sorry, I didn't see it. I was too busy spiraling about the dent in my hip. Words ending in color. Oh, infrared, marigold, ultraviolet, and where's the other one? Where's the other one? Oh, gray. Gray. Okay, got it. I forgot Americans spelt grey weirdly. Okay, we got cup holder, radio, shifter, and air conditioner. Things in a car? Features of a car's center console. Okay, guys, we did it. Does my hair feel good on my skin? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't really have my hair on my skin. I have my hair up, usually. But no, I find hair annoying on my skin. I usually put it back. I usually put my hair back. Mini crossword time. Carne burrito filling. Oh, carne asada. I know this one. I make it sometimes. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but I do like it. It's yummy. The fuck kind of question is that? I don't know. He just asked me twice, so I thought I would answer him. But no, I find my hair on my skin annoying. Deck that includes the Hermit. Oh, that's a tarot card. Translation challenge. 8 across, not true. Party title character. 1 down. Ooh, adage. For 7 across, sir. Not true. Something Hawkins Day. Sadie Hawkins Day, I think. Divas repertoire. Places for holiday reefs. I think this is 7 across is wrong because I think 5 down is ATM because it says dollar dispenser and I think that's an automatic teller machine. So I'm just gonna, we'll work out what it is anyway. But I just think for now, maybe wrong. Yeah, that's what I think too. Let's try again. Places for holiday reefs. Doors, usually? Usually people put a reef on their door. I feel like that's probably a safe bet. Translation challenge. Idioms are very hard to translate. Idioms in English or idioms in Spanish or whatever, when you try and like, if you're not a native speaker, idioms typically, you know, mess you up. And arias, diva's repertoire might be an aria. Like, that's a type of a... I'm just gonna guess. Not true, liar. Whenever my hair's loose, what's the texture? Why are you so interested in my hair, Daniel O'Brien? I have very, very, very long, I guess you would call it like loose curls, loose waves. I have like a, when my hair is short, it's like ringlety, but because I grow it very, very long, it's kind of like loose waves because it's quite heavy because it's very long, I guess. And I have like very fine, like almost baby hair. I have like very, Yeah, fine hair texture. Yeah, hyperphobian. I don't know, dude. You're all kind of bad at how bad my condition is. It's not usually this bad. I've just been having a bad time lately. It's not always bad, but I have like flare-ups maybe a few times a year, so... What could this be? One down, not true. It's a fetish thing, if that's not too weird to you. I mean... Wishes from all the Westies that I feel better. Oh, thank you. Look, like, if... Like, my rheumatologist would look at me tomorrow and she'll look at my bloods, and if I need to, she'll put me on, like, a very, very, she'll put me on, like, a very high, prednisone, like, prednisone regime, where, like, she'll put me on, like, a really high dose of prednisone, and I'll be, like, on maybe, like, 50 milligrams of prednisone for, like, a week, and then the next week I'll be on, like, 40, and then I'll taper down, and that's usually what will happen if, like, I'm having a really bad flare, and that's usually something that will knock it out. So, yeah. But, yeah, I get blood tests done all the time, and I have a really, 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 really good specialist, so, yeah. Should be good. Usually, yeah. It's just, it's one of those conditions that, like, even if it's well controlled, you're still gonna have flare-ups. Like, on average, I'll probably go into hospital like once a year, you know? Hello, Wim Hof. All right, let's play Wordle, even though JM isn't here to tell us what to do. I think we could do it without JM. I think we could still be winners. Yeah, prednisone is a rough drug, man. And it makes my face swell up. It makes my face get really round because you get like really bad like edema with it. So you get like this really round face while you're on it. Okay, we got a U, a D, and an O in whatever the word is. What should our next word be? Duo something? Duolingo? The last 4 tries were all the same. He got so mad. Yeah, I haven't got the knack of Wordle yet because I've only played it like 4 or 5 times. I'm like nowhere near as fast as everybody else at it, but hopefully I'll get there. We'll see how we go. I thought for a second it might be judo, but that's only 4 letters, so it's not judo. I don't know, man. Can it be odor? O-D-O. Nah, because then there'd be 2. Two O's. Entry? I can try entry. That's 5 letters. See what comes up. Nothing! We don't know that there's not 2 O's. Oh, I can try odor. Is that how you spell odor? I think it is. Nah. Alright, sorry I wasted all our chances. Hello, you're a chicken? Hello, chicken. Hello, military chicken. We know there's no R. Yeah. From entry. Well, I know that now. Shush. I told you I'm not good at this game. Alright. U, D, and O. No way. No A, no R, no E, no N, no T. Five letters. Could it be God? Oh no, there's no R sound. We know where two of the letters are, at least. Would I like a hint? Yeah, sure. Give us a hint, dude. I don't think we're gonna get this, so yeah, give us a hint. I think it's okay to cheat. JM isn't here because he can't get mad at us for cheating if he's not here. What's he gonna do? It's not tough. Okay. We gotta go through what it could be. It's not that. It's not that. Bow? Is it bow? No, that's not a word. Is it? So confused. Mary is freaking dough. Oh, we've already, yeah, duh. I forgot that we already had D. I don't know why. Anyway, I gotta get, yeah. Look, guys, this Wordle isn't my thing. I don't really understand how it works. I've only played it like 3 times. Doing my best. Doing our best out here, guys. Through bow. I know, it was doing my head in. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's try rattle. Green something, a summer fruit. Maybe apple? Ooh. Nope. Something green, so boring. Add a letter to the front of green to get some predators. A disappointing something is called a green. And green can't actually fly with its animal with a big green. Change one letter in green to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Joint. Change one letter in green to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Double the first letter of green to get this liquid. Drop the outside letters of green to get a kind of sound. Rear part of green in the US. Swap 2 letters in green to get a fruit. The digit that's green in a greenhouse. Re. Yeah, I don't know. This has got me stumped. Oh, the cops are coming. Did you guys hear the cops? It might be an ambulance, but I'm gonna... Green thumb! Ooh, smart. Green thumbs are digits. And people that are good at plants have... Yeah, that makes sense. Thumb something, a summer fruit. Something thumb so boring. Add a letter to the front of thumb to get some predators. A disappointing something is called a thumb. A thumb can't actually fly with its something, sadly. Big animal with a big thumb. Change one letter in thumb to get a makeup of a metaphorical hill. Double the first letter of thumb to get this liquid. Drop the outside letters of thumb. Oh, thump. To get a kind of sound. Oh, actually, that doesn't make sense. Cat. Drop rear part of thumb in the US. Swap 2 letters in thumb to get a fruit. Humming? It's 3 letters. It's gotta be hum. Yeah. Hum something, a summer fruit. Luckily, we've got Wim Hof here today. My brain is not working. I'm not getting any of these. Hum something, a summer fruit. Something hum, so boring. Add a letter to the front of hum to get some predators. A disappointing something is called a hum. A hum can't actually fly with its something, sadly. Big animal with a hum. Change one letter in hum to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Double the first letter of hum to get this liquid. Rear part of hum in the US. Swap 2 letters in hum to get a fruit. Oh, thank you. You've been doing your brain training? Yeah, I think I need to do brain training. I think I'm gonna get Alzheimer's at a very young age. I feel like I've got it. I feel like I need to do something. Something, a summer fruit. You've had your brain turned off constantly since your med exams? Yeah, dude. My brain would be on holidays forever. I do not miss university. You slept for 2 days straight. Yeah, it's so stressful. I hated uni exams so much. It was, yeah, awful. I think K is pre-med. Or medical science or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what he's studying. Oh, that question's towards me. Oh, I'm a social worker. I studied a Bachelor of Social Work. Gotcha. That makes sense. Change one letter in hum to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. What are hills made out of? Dirt? I don't know. I don't understand. 2 letters. 2 letters. What is it? Should we go from the bottom? I'm so confused. Ho-hum? Ooh. Ho something, a summer fruit. No comment. Add a letter to the front of ho to get some predators. No comment. A disappointing something is called a ho. And ho can't actually fly with it. Something, sadly. Big animal with a big hoe. Change one letter in hoe to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Double the first letter of hoe to get this liquid. Rear part of hoe in the US. Swap 2 letters in hoe to get a fruit. Big animal with a big hoe. H2O is water. Ooh, true. Water something, a summer fruit. Oh, melon. Watermelon is a summer fruit. Okay. Add a letter to the front of melon to get some predators. A disappointing something is called a melon. A melon can't actually fly with it. Something... Big animal with a big melon. I assume they're talking about a big head. Brain? Ooh. Nah. Change one letter in melon to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Rear part of melon in the US. Swap 2 letters in melon to get a fruit. Lemon. Ooh. We are not doing great at this today. We are not doing great at this today, JM. Everybody is tired and we're all not doing great. A disappointing something is called a lemon, a car. Add a letter to the front of car to get some predators. A car can't actually fly with it. Something, sadly. Big animal with a big car. Change one letter in car to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Rear part of car in the US. Oh, what do they call it? A trunk, I think. Yeah. Add a letter to the front of trunk to get some predators. A trunk can't actually fly with it. Something, sadly. Big animal with a big trunk. Elephant. Add a letter to the front of elephant to get some predators. An elephant can't actually fly with its ears. Oh, like Dumbo. I've seen that movie. Yes, I've watched that movie. Add a letter to the front of ears to get some predators. Change one letter in ears to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Bears? Ooh. Smart. Change one letter in bears to get the makeup of a metaphorical hill. Your niece likes Dumbo? They watch the live action. Yeah, from memory, I think there's like some racist rhetoric or something like that in the original animated one. I don't remember exactly, but I think there's like, there's like a Jim Crow reference because like the crows are supposed to... Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, we finished it. Whether or not we understood what we were doing or where we were going. The original is pretty based. No comment. I'm gonna BRB, guys. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Sorry. back. Did you miss me? Probably not. Na 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 na. Oh, JM wanted to look at the cast of Wicked and why they were all so creepy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. The following commentary is my opinion only. Don't sue me, anybody. I gotta make them small so I don't get written? I don't know, copy. So I don't infringe on copyright law. Let's just say that. My brain is not working. I'm doing my best, guys. Doing my best. I'm very, very, very tired.
Is seriously wrong in Oz because the cast of Wicked just stepped out looking like they survived a tornado, a famine, and maybe a light haunting on the way to the premiere. Fans are zooming in into every photo like FBI agents, comparing before and after shots and asking one big question.
I think the reason why Ariana looks particularly strange, obviously they've all lost considerable amount of body weight, body fat. But I think the reason why Ariana in particular looks very strange is that she's got, in my opinion, don't sue, in my opinion, she has jaw, chin and cheek implants, like submalar implants, and because she's so gaunt, you can actually see the outline of the implants, and that's why she looks so weird. Because there's not typically, like, there's some fat on your face to sort of conceal that, and there's kind of like no blending. It's just sort of like sticking out there. Because if you look at her when she's young, she doesn't have that bone structure. Like, I'm somebody that had a fuller face when I was a kid. Well, most kids have that. And as I've gotten older, like, my cheekbones have sort of popped as I've gotten older. But they don't look anything like this. And I'm Slavic too, so I've got like high cheekbones, but they don't look anything like this. Like, they just don't look like, that just doesn't look like naturally occurring cheekbones. And her jaw is her jaw angle and like her chin in shape in general is so different compared to when she was a kid. Because obviously she's been on telly since she was a little baby or like a teenager or whatever. Yeah. This is all man-made, and what you're seeing is like the outline of like silicone or Gore-Tex or whatever she's got in there. They probably took Ozempic. Do you know what I think it is? I saw this a lot when I was a teenager. I saw a lot of social contagions when I was a teenager. One of them was cutting. Girls cutting themselves was very, very, very big at my high school. And the other thing that was really, really big was competitive eating disorders. So the groups of girls that did have eating disorders, they would basically be in competition with each other of like who could be the skinniest, who would have to go to hospital. We had like 4 girls in my year end up in hospital with like heart conditions because of and they were all in the same friendship group. And you see these social contagions amongst teenagers especially. But yeah, I think this is a competitive eating disorder. Because, you know, they're all on the same cast together. They're probably having, you know, film sets are typically catered. They're probably all eating together. And, you know, if one of them's not eating, then the others are like, well, I'm not going to eat either. And then as they start losing weight, they start getting into competition with each other. Yeah, there's a few studies. There's a few studies on competitive eating disorders amongst, like, it's typically teenage girls, but I don't doubt that like Hollywood has like similar hierarchies to like high school. Honestly, it seems like the same type of cutthroat environment. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like kind of some echoing going on there. But that's my opinion.
Why does everyone suddenly look so drained, thin, and ghost-level exhausted? Let's start with Michelle Yeoh. Now, normally she walks onto a carpet looking like an ageless, martial arts goddess who could knock out a villain with one eyebrow raise. But her recent appearance, people were shook.
Yeah, Ariana Grande, I think that's how you say her name. She was on, is it Nickelodeon or Disney or like one of those? She was on one of those things with the guy that likes feet. What's his name? Dan Schneider, the feet dude. She's lost so much weight. I know, I didn't recognize her. She's in the Mummy movie where they go to China and they have the terracotta warriors that come to life. Not many people know that there's a Mummy movie where they go to China and it doesn't have Rachel Weisz in it. It has some other lady. And it made me sad.
She showed up with this very dramatic blonde bob, very chic, very powerful, but the body transformation is what sent the internet spiraling. Her face looked sharper, her frame looked way smaller, and her arms were so thin people were generally asking, like, is she okay? It wasn't celebrity skinny, it was something, feels off skinny. Fans immediately started comparing older photos of her, and the difference is so dramatic, it sparked an entire health debate overnight. But Michelle wasn't the only one sending the internet into a panic. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo showed up looking like the Wicked production schedule might have eaten them alive and spit out the leftovers. Ariana, whose, fans already obsessively monitor her, looked...
Because I get pushed a lot of because I'm a woman, I get pushed a lot of, because the only social media that I have is Instagram, and I only use it to talk to a few of my close girlfriends and my brother. But occasionally I'll doom scroll. I'll doom scroll Instagram. And there's all these shorts or reels or whatever the fuck they are. I think they're reels on Instagram of people saying, oh, what has Ariana done to her chin? What has she done to her chin? And it's like, no, her chin implant just looks uncanny now because it doesn't blend into the rest of her face. If you look at her profile, it's got exactly the same amount of projection and everything as it always did. It says that she used to have facial fat and it didn't look so weird. Now it just looks like this pointy chin just pointing out nowhere because the angle of the implant looks really harsh. But it's always been there. Well, it hasn't always been there, but it's been there, for probably the last 10 years or so. But yeah, people are just noticing her facial implants now. But if you compare it, she didn't have very strong bone structure as a child. And you don't just all of a sudden, your skeleton doesn't just all of a sudden change, And that's what the girls that get all the filler in their face are trying to achieve, like that. That thing that you can only really do with implants or being blessed with good bone structure, right? When you try and do it with filler, you just kind of end up as an amorphous blob of goo in your face. It doesn't really work, but yeah. I don't know. It is kind of sad. Look, we all know my feelings on Ariana Grande. I don't like people that are whose main hobby in life is to take men that are taken, especially when it's a family with a newborn baby and a woman that's just experienced childbirth, and you come along and steal her husband. Yeah, I have a lot of we know how I feel about that. Not a fan of Ariana, what's her fucking name? But yeah, didn't you know that she stole SpongeBob SquarePants from the guy that she's dating? She stole from... You didn't know this happened? Oh my god, dude, let's go down the rabbit hole. What's his name? I can't even remember his name. I'll just put SpongeBob. So it's this guy that she met. It's this guy that she met on Ethan Slater. It's this guy that she met on the set of Wicked. And he looks exactly like her brother as well. If you look at a photo of Ariana Grande's brother, it's really weird. Dude, the whole thing is so weird. He's gonna have the breakdown. Anyway, Ethan Slater, he was married. He had just had a baby. And Ariana Grande was friends with his wife. And she held the baby. And then she stole this guy off his wife, this Ethan Slater guy. And yeah, it's disgusting behavior. And apparently every single man that she has dated since her teens has been in a relationship. And that's kind of like her thing. Maybe she had low self-esteem growing up, and her thing is like she feels good about herself if she can take a man that's taken. Yeah. Anyway. Disgusting behavior. This is his poor wife. Look, this dude was already batting way above. Like, punching well above his weight, you know? Blame the guys too, though. Oh, 100%, he's a fucking piece of shit. But I, as a woman, if I am into a guy and I find out he's taken, I kill that person in my mind. I'm like, nope, you're not talking to him because he's dead. Like, that's what I do. I would never, ever, 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 ever do that to somebody. It's disgusting behavior. Just because I could, in some situations, I think if somebody's into me, I could probably come between somebody and their significant other. But would I do that? No. And would I want a man that I could steal from somebody? Also, no. I don't want to be with a fucking cheater. That's gross. Like, there are just things that you do, like moral lines that you have as a person and you don't cross, right? Like, if somebody's in a relationship, that's it. To me, I'm like, that's it, they're dead. Nope, why are they talking to me? They're dead. Why is this ghost talking to me? Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. And that's what you do. You know?
Even smaller than usual, and the conversation around her weight exploded instantly again. People were saying her collarbones were practically doing press tours on their own. Cynthia, who's always had this very powerful, athletic presence, suddenly looked way more hollowed out, like the intense filming sucked the soul right out of her. Her jawline alone could probably cut glass, and not in a snatched way, in a very like, are you sleeping and eating kind of way. People said the whole premiere looked like a before and after collage that nobody really asked for. I mean, even Jeff Goldblum, like usually the picture of eccentric, chaotic vitality, you know, he always looks good to me. I mean, he looked more fragile than usual. The younger cast members, same story. Theories were wild. Some said the filming schedule was like brutal and physically exhausting. Others said the cast went super hardcore into restrictive diets to match their characters' looks. Some insisted the entire cast must have just gone vegan overnight. And a very loud crowd said, nope, this is not aesthetic, this is concerning. The buzz wasn't, you know, they look great. It was, why does everyone look sick? The whole thing turned into a storm of body image debates, accusations of toxic Hollywood standards, and people begging the internet to stop commenting while simultaneously.
Yeah, I think it's 100% a competitive eating disorder. I mean, people that have succeeded in Hollywood are incredibly competitive, right? You have to be. It's a very dog-eat-dog industry. You don't get no nice people. If you see a celebrity and you think, oh, that person's so nice, yada, yada, yada. Like, I haven't worked as an actress or anything like that, but I did work in commercial modeling. And even in that, some of the girls are so cutthroat. They're so psychotic at like castings and stuff. It's absolutely terrifying. And a lot of people that really excel and really are successful in those areas have like, so these are people that are like competitive by nature, right? And yeah, like trying to out-skinny each other. Trying to out-skinny each other is, You've seen healthier people in your concentration books? Yeah. When JM asked me to look at it, I said, this is like, it's like concentration camp chic, right? It's like concentration camp chic. Like, you know, when you see like the prisoners of war, like during World War II that were like at Changi, not going to mention the other types of concentration camps because, you know, the current climate of the world right now. But let's talk about, you know, prisoners of war held by the Chinese during World War II in like Singapore. We can talk about those. Those are, you know, they're our people, so we can they're Australians, so we can talk about them. You know, people that were building the Burma Railway, when you look at like historical photos of that, right? It's kind of like the same body fat percentage. And you also have to remember that like women have way higher body fat percentage than men. Like, yeah, women this skinny are not going to have a menstrual cycle. Their body has shut everything down and said, no. You're like, this is the type of body fat percentage in a woman where your body will stop menstruating, right? Because your body's like, you cannot get pregnant, you are gonna die, you're in starvation mode, off you go, right?
Refreshing every new angle. Here's the thing, the difference between their older photos and the premiere photos is so extreme, it's impossible not to talk about it. These actors went from glowing, vibrant, full of energy to looking like they just finished filming the 7th season of a survival show. It's not glamorous, it's not polished, it's not even dramatic lighting. It's a cast that looks collectively exhausted, overly thin, and honestly just unwell. So yeah, something in the land of Oz is off. Way off, whether it's the workload, the stress, the aesthetics, the industry expectations, or something we haven't even heard yet. You know, the before and after photos, they tell a story, and it's not a magical one. Let me know your thoughts on this, though. I'm your host, Ashley. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.
Yeah, if you ever go to Thailand, you can do like a Burma railway tour, and they'll take you to like where like the Australians and the British and stuff were forced by the Japanese to build the Burma Railway, like the River Kwai and all of that stuff. And obviously like Changi is in Singapore. Whenever I see Changi Airport, I always think of Changi concentration camp. Like my brain is just like programmed to think of that because like that was, history was like my thing in high school. I got almost perfect scores in ancient and modern history and extension history as well. So yeah. And the guy that came first in the course came first in the state, so. But I came top 5 in the state, so that was still pretty good. Pretty happy. And that is how I got into the University of Sydney. Through my history scores, like bumping everything else up. Oh, and my English scores, believe it or not, as a dyslexic were pretty good. Because, can write an essay. You love Changi Airport. I love it so much. I love the koi pond. And I love the butterfly garden, and I love the Louis Vuitton museum. Ooh, I think I have a short about how much I love Changi Airport. But yeah, we love Changi Airport, but not the concentration camp. Although it's not there anymore because World War II ended. But anyway. Ooh, proof Kourtney Kardashian is the most annoying Kardashian of all time. Personally, I hate Kendall the most. I think she's evil. I don't like her, but and she's had the most plastic surgery, and people just don't want to admit it. Because she did it all gradually. But she has. Fantastic plastic. Any other gossip we want to look at, guys? Any other gossip? But yeah, I don't think that's like Ozempic weight loss. I definitely think that's like eating disorder weight loss, because there was some muscle tone still on people, and when you lose weight from Ozempic, you seem to lose your muscle mass, right? So I don't know. A mate of yours lost a lot of gains. He just didn't eat. Yeah. People on Ozempic typically don't eat enough protein. Well, they can barely eat, right? That's kind of the point, I think. But yeah, I wouldn't trust any weight loss drug. I just lower my calories if I want to lose a kilo or two. Just increase my activity level. You were on it for a bit. Did you really go on Ozempic? Did you really? Ouija Man says you hated history personally. You just found the way they taught it boring. You also helped pissed how our curriculum made you write an essay about the morality of the nukes without telling us about Unit 731. And the views on the Imperial Japanese held about the rest of the world. Yeah, well, the thing with learning history at high school is I always went out and got all my own supplementary materials. I always went out and sourced all my own, like, I was always at the library getting extra material. I never just relied on what the teachers gave us. I always had, like, my own primary source. I was always sourcing, like, my own primary and secondary sources to cite for essays. So, I don't know. I'm a nerd, though, and my dad has about 20 bookshelves of, like, just books. My dad is just an avid reader, and it's all military history books, like, that he just gets secondhand from, like, all the different Vinnies and, like, salvos and stuff around, like, Sydney and the Blue Mountains and stuff. He's always like, yeah. They'd punish you if you did your own research? What the fuck, dude? My teachers loved that. We were only able to use the evidence the school gave us. That's bullshit. That's nuts. No, we didn't, like, our teachers loved it. But I definitely think, like, there's definitely ideologies that people are trying to push onto school students now. It definitely sees that. You lost marks for irrelevant sources. You think you guys are a similar age? Yeah. Yeah, I'm very much against certain ideologies being pushed on kids at school. Just teach people what happens, and if people want to assign some type of morality or worldview to that, sure, but... But yeah, you shouldn't be indoctrinating children at school. That's fucked up. And that's what I worry about, like, when I have children. I don't want my children, like, being indoctrinated into, like, whatever opinions their fucking teachers have. Dude, I know some of the people that I went to high school with that became school teachers, or, like, I'm surprised they don't need carers to get through life. Like, they're drooling morons. Like, why are you teaching children when you're, like, barely literate, dude? I need a rich husband so I can homeschool my children. Like, I'm not sending them. Yeah, it's really concerning, some of the people that I know that became school teachers. Like, I think of them back in class. I'm like, you guys are so dumb. Pretty sure creationists are going to call out teachers for indoctrinating kids by telling them about evolution. The thing is, like, even at universities now, so many, like, lecturers and stuff like that are, like, activists in their spare time and pushing, like, certain ideologies. And it's like, what? Your school was super liberal and a lot of the boys became super right-wing as, like, a rebellious thing. I mean, I definitely like I did have a legal studies teacher that was definitely very, 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 very right wing, because he would just make up stuff about like the unions and like the unionist movement that was 100% bullshit, because my dad was like very, very, very active in the CFMEU, and I would come home and tell him of the stuff that my like year 11, year 12 legal studies teacher said, and he's like, that's such bullshit. He's like, I was there, babe. This is what happened. This, that, and the other, like you know, stuff that happened with like at Patrick's and stuff with those strikes. My dad was like, yeah, nah. Nope, not what happened. Women need to stay in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, Red Pill seems to have bitten the dust. Red Pill seems to have died, which is good. It's just another edgy view, yeah. Your mum is such a terrible cook. Well, I really, really enjoy cooking, but if a man told me to cook him dinner, I wouldn't. But I do really like cooking dinner for the people that I love. But I'm the type of person where if you tell me to do something, I'm like, even if I was about to go do that thing, I'll turn around and say no, and I will refuse to do it. So if a guy's like, make me a sandwich, I would be like, no. If a guy was like, I'm hungry, and I'd be like, do you want a sandwich, babe? I'll make you a sandwich. But if you ask me to make you a sandwich, nah. Opposition defiance disorder. I don't really, but kind of low-key probably do. You fell for Red Pill much before it was popular, and you got out by doing one very simple thing, talking to a woman. Yeah, we're not that bad. Honestly, the representation that the Red Pill community show of women is like, you know, oh, I'm not dating a man that makes less than $200,000 a year, and it's like some 19-year-old girl. Like, where are you going to find somebody that makes that at your age, darling? Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Talking to women is hard. Talking to a woman is hard. Yeah, it's hard. Look, I'm a woman and I'm terrified of other women. Like, I am terrified of other women. I find groups, women one-on-one, I get along really well with. Groups of women, they'll always single me out and like bully me, and it's a thing, and I'm like just so intimidated by it, and I just don't like it. Like, I find it really hard. And I don't like it. And I'm very like traumatized by the whole thing. I think we're in Romania. They bring the lowest of women into those podcasts. Yeah. The thing is, most women aren't like that. Sure, there's like... Wait, is this Colombia? Yeah, this is Romania. I'm gonna go for Romania. And the short guy thing too, I don't know anybody. I've got some really tall friends that have dated some short ass dudes. And I know some really gorgeous women that have dated some ugly ass dudes too, myself included. So, you know, it's, yeah, women are like these superficial, like money hungry weirdos. I mean, can we be? Sure. Are most of us like that? I would say probably not. I would say probably younger generation, like Z girls, probably like in their early 20s or whatever. Definitely there seems to be have like some weird cultural indoctrination via like TikTok or whatever. Like they definitely do seem to be a different breed, but the rest of us, probably okay, you know? Probably okay. You've been on dates with some truly delusional ladies. Yeah, JM, but I've got a feeling, you know, the law of attraction, like a lot attracts like, you know. Not saying you're delusional, JM, but just saying, you know. I'm joking. I'm joking, JM. You're a lovely young man. When you were a teenager, the other 15-year-olds want to Baywatch babes? Yeah. Where are we? Maybe Ukraine, maybe Russia. But yeah, they're like not wanting to date anyone under 6 foot is so weird. Like, I guarantee you, unless a girl is tall herself, I can't tell the difference between 5'10" and 6 foot. I cannot. I'm 5'4", and I dated a guy that was 6'4". And all that happened was that I had a really sore neck because every time I would want to like kiss him or something, I would have to like, and I used to wear like these insanely like high platformed, like knee-high lace-up, like chunky goth boots, like everywhere. I used to wear them hiking. I would like go bushwalking in these things. I was like a fucking mountain goat getting around in these boots. It was truly an amazing feat, and I don't know how I did it looking back. But anyway, that's what I used to do. And yeah, it was just like, it's a status thing. Why do you care? I'll walk around with a nice buddy. I don't care. People are like, oh, your boyfriend's ugly. I'll be like, cool. It's not your boyfriend. Why do you care? Why do you care what I get off on, lady? You weirdo. But yeah, that's definitely like a relic of the internet. Like that's definitely see, that's another social contagion, right? These girls that just think they're entitled to like tall guys, rich guys, and they wouldn't date a guy that's like this. You see these like girls that are like, no offense to them, but like if we're giving them like an objective rating, right, are probably like 4s, 5s, 6s. And they have like, I know girls that are like 8s and 9s that don't have boyfriends that meet their standards. It's like, you have to be realistic, ladies. Like, Like you have to be realistic about your dating prospects. And honestly, even if you are like somebody that's like an 8 or a 9 or somebody's objective 10, as you, not even as you get older, like you'll find that a lot of the guys that you're attracted to wouldn't even be people that other people would be like. My friends, all of my close girlfriends are constantly flummoxed by my taste in men. One of my best mates, Ella, she sat me down one day and she was like, because one of her partner's friends like had a thing for me, and apparently this guy's like very, very hot, and I'm like an idiot if I'm not into him, and yada yada yada. And she sat me down and she was like, look, Panda, your taste in men is very eclectic. And I get that like that's your thing. You like to like whatever. And she was like, but look, she's like, if you don't date this guy, I'm gonna be so fucking mad at you. And I was like, nah, I'm not into him, man. Not into it. But yeah. I don't know. I think for me, like, a main thing is a sense of humor. Like, none of the guys that I've dated, I don't have a type per se, because none of the guys that I've dated have anything in common. I did date one insanely hot guy. He was a guy that was 6'4". I did date one guy that was insanely hot, but he also was incredibly funny. The whole out of 10 has turned an entire generation into being incredibly superficial. Well, it isn't, yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know. I think there are like objective and subjective ratings, right? Like, I think a person can be an 8. I think most of the most attractive women in the world are like 8s or 9s, but if they're your type, that makes them a 10, right? So that's your subjective 10. But I don't think there's objective 10s. Does that make sense? But I think there are like certain characteristics, or like if you have a certain like harmonious like face and things like that, like if your features really complement each other and you have nice skin and you have nice hair, like there, I think there are ways to objectively rate people. But I would say even the most beautiful women in the world are like objectively 8s or 9s, and if they're your type, then that's, you know, your subjective 10. But yeah, it's just really, really horrible to write somebody off like on their financial status, especially at a young age, because you don't know who's going to succeed financially when you're that young. I went to high school with a guy who dropped out in year 9 and now owns a multi-million dollar business. He's a bricklayer, but he employs other bricklayers. He's got like a fleet of utes. He's got like his wife is stunningly gorgeous. He has the cutest kids. He owns like a mansion in Noosa. He's like, which isn't my thing, but you know, that's what he likes. He has a collection of supercars, which he's like super into. That was always his thing. He was always about that. Really nice guy. One of my really good friends in high school. And yeah, he's fucking doing better than any of the people in my year that like have PhDs, things like that. Like he's fucking carving up our life, dude. Just doing what he likes. Like to see it. I'm just gonna go for Russia. It was the Ukraine. Oh well. I was 50-50 and I was wrong. It's very much your experience that people Oh gosh, there's some stuff going down in chat. But yeah, a lot of people are really horrible, unfortunately. I gotta BRB, guys. That just sounds like they don't have any manners, Kay. You always have to be considerate of other people and their feelings. And that's just like that's just called being rude. That's another thing that I find really gross is like ghosting somebody. Like if you're not interested in somebody or whatever, like if you go on a date with somebody and you're not interested, just be like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. Like, don't just stop talking to them. Like, you can be an adult about it. You don't have to be an asshole. Just say, like, yeah, you're a really nice person. Just, not feeling the spark. But, yeah, I don't know. For me, like, manners was something that's, like, very emphasized. This is the word I was trying to say. By my parents. And, like, having good manners is something that was, like, very, 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 very important. And my parents always get told by everybody, like, how well-mannered me and my siblings are. Like, there's just something to me that I just find so rude about how a lot of younger people conduct themselves. And I will like lose my shit, right? Because a lot of young people assume I'm the same age as them, even though I'm not. And I'll just look at them dead in the fucking eye and I'll be like, were you raised in a fucking barn? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't know if it's like a COVID thing or like something's gone wrong in your socialization. Your parents couldn't be bothered raising you. I don't know what's going on, but like, just the lack of like manners and consideration for other people is just something that I just don't understand. Like to just not have consideration for people and their feelings. It's yeah, it's just bizarre. But yeah, being considerate of other people's feelings, and just being considerate of people around you and how your behavior affects them in general is something a lot of people could probably learn. I don't know where we are. Oh, sign. Yep, super helpful. You'll pay attention, Portugal. Alright, we'll go for Portugal, JM. If you're wrong and coming to Perth and I'm gonna get you. I've been working on my thigh strength so I can crush men's skulls with my thighs, and you're gonna be the test. You're gonna be the test subject. If you're wrong, you'll leave forever. No, JM, never leave me. Never leave me. I'll cry forever. JM would never do that to me. Our friendship means so much to JM. If I ghosted JM, he would cry. And if he ghosted me, I would cry. I'd say, no, where's my best friend? Where did he go? I'd be so sad forever. One of these houses looks like a witch could live in it. And that's what I'm about. You just think they must have a developmental disability. That's what I think about you, JM. That's why I'm so nice to you. I'm like, oh, he's so special. He's just so blunt and mean to me because he... I'm like, JM's just so blunt and mean to me because he can't help it. He's not being mean to me on purpose. I'm very nice to you, JM. I think you know that. I ridicule you a lot. You have the highest self-esteem of anyone I've ever met, JM. You have the highest self-esteem of anybody I've ever met. I'm just trying to bring you back to an equilibrium. I'm just trying to, like... I'm trying to help you. You know? It's very important. You have a very, very high opinion of yourself, JM. It's okay. It's okay. You're probably going to go far in life with that attitude. I just feel like it's my personal responsibility to help you see that sometimes... Fairview Aerospace and Pre-Engineering. Okay. Well, well, well. Your self-esteem is beyond low. Oh, JM, do you want me to give you a cuddle? Oh, Pookie, don't say that. You can't have lower self-esteem than me. Where is Fairview? Does anyone know? I have no idea. It was in Arkansas. You were a COVID uni baby. Maybe somewhere in Texas. Yeah, it was Arkansas. COVID affected my life in zero ways. COVID actually made my life easier because I got like so many allowances made for me because I'm on immunosuppressants. And so I just was able to get priority like grocery delivery. I was able to like do all this stuff, and it actually was a relief because I found like socializing with people very, very, very hard because of my fatigue. And it was like, oh, and the fact that like people found it hard, like to not see people, I was like, this is so great. I hate seeing people. I hate seeing people. It's just hanging out with my cat and my mans. And it was great. Mathematics. The worst subject. Sure. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. Bachelor of Science. Indian oil. Ooh. Glug, 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 glug. Indians are secretly Slavic. I'm not. That's a lie. I will not stand for that. No idea. I'm just gonna go here. Oh well. Bye. No, I don't want to play again, actually. I want to play Food Guesser. Goodbye. I've had enough of you. Get out of my life. Oh, let's play Scrandle. Scrandle. Do I want to learn about history? I want to play Food Guesser. Ooh, why does this look like this? Ooh. Kebab saw or a chicken roast dinner? Hang on, let me do this. Wait, where's my Scrandle setting? Here we go. My bachelor's degree was such a good choice because social workers are always in need, and like you can literally work in like pretty much any industry. You can even be like a school social worker or a hospital social worker. You can do like clinical social work if you want to. Like, cool. And yeah, apart from having to work in a pink collar job with other women where I am gonna get bullied, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I would always go for a kebab, I feel like. Yeah. Minty beans in a cup or chips and cheese. Oh, they both look so nasty. Cheeseburger and cheesy chips or Sunday dinner? Oh, I feel like the Poms are gonna choose a Sunday dinner. Yeah. 2 herrings or a cheeseburger? Ooh, they wanted the herrings. Okay. Well, at least they're getting their omega-3s. Beans, rice, fried eggs, crackling pork, steak, tomato sauce, and cabbage. Yeah, this for sure. Ooh, we got a Greek kebab. Or sticky Korean glazed prawn. Oh, Korean is so good. But what would they go for? Because I would always go for Korean, but also I would go for this too. This is actually a hard one. Nah, I gotta go for Korea. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm cheek. Ham and cheese panini or octopus sandwich? Octopus sandwich. Hell yeah. I love octopus is so good. I love it. It's delicious. Unless they don't cook it properly and it's like super chewy. Yeah, but what if they just cut off their tentacles and let the octopus live because they can grow back their tentacles? Endless supply of tentacles. Yummy. Chicken and chippies. Chicken pie or steak, blaggers, and peppercorn sauce. Steak, black pudding, and haggis. Oh, I love black pudding. So good. 2-inch sausage roll. Ladies, this is what 2 inches looks like. Never forget. Or a burger with chips. No price data. Data? Data. 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 I was saying data once and someone was like, what are you saying? And I'm like, I'm saying data. What are you talking about? Data. Who says that? Look at your life. Look at your choices, young man. I'm going to go for the sausage roll. See, when I just do it myself, I get a good score. When I listen to the chat, that's bigger than 2 inches. It's really funny because if you actually get out a tape measure And like guys always over exaggerate how many inches their doodles are. So if you get out a tape measure and actually look like what 9 inches looks like, you're like, oh God, don't ever let that near me. That is like, that's just gonna be smashing into your cervix all night. We don't need that. Yeah, but we don't actually want that. Did you know that like a vagina is typically like 4 or 5 inches deep? So like we don't actually, like, where's the rest going? What is happening? Ow, no. No. Don't need that. JM, I know you've seen some videos, sweetie. I am very aware that you are the type of person that has seen some videos. We know all about you and your gooning, sir. It's very well established around here. Food Guessr. Meow, 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 meow. Awara fruit pulp, smoked fish, salted meat, smoked chicken, smoked pork, crab, shrimp, cassava, okra, plantains, eggplant. This has to be African, right? Chili pepper, green onions, garlic, thyme, parsley, oil, salt, pepper, rice, spinach, beans, and dumplings. Okay, they just chucked it all in there, apparently. This dish is a rich, flavorful stew made from the pulp of a unique orange palm fruit. Slowly cooked with an assortment of meats such as smoked fish, chicken, and pork, various vegetables, spices, and aromatic herbs are combined, creating a savory, thick broth. Traditionally enjoyed during special occasions, this dish is known for the time and care required in its preparation, resulting in a complex, memorable taste. Yeah, I think it's gonna be either like African or like Caribbean. I think it will be African or Caribbean, but I don't know. I don't want to know what you got your hands sticky as a kid, JM. Keep that shit to yourself, bro. Keep that stuff to yourself. Any guesses, guys? I'm thinking Caribbean or Africa, but I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna guess? Ooh, JM's gonna guess. You gonna do it? Do it. Do it. Tell us. Tell us the answers, sir. We must know. Barbados? Ooh. Barbados is warm. Maybe it's Jamaican because you're making me crazy. I'm in the way of the compass. Oh. Barbados is warm. Venezuela? I don't believe in that. People are making fun of me and I'm too dumb to know what's going on. It does include it. You owe JM an apology. It does include the French one. Next round. Salted cod. Potatoes. Onions. Olive oil. Garlic. Bay leaves. Black olives. Eggs. Parsley. Milk. And pepper. This dish features salt cod as the main ingredient, complemented by sliced potatoes, onions, hard-boiled eggs, and black olives. Oh, I love olives! The mixture is baked until the flavors meld beautifully. Garlic, bay leaves, and olive oil enhances savory profile, creating a comforting and hearty meal. Typically garnished with chopped parsley, this dish combines simple ingredients into a rich, flavorful experience that celebrates its key components. I love olives. Blocked. Never talk to you again. I love olives so much. I just love them. They're just so good. I'll just eat a whole thing of olives. Delicious. Delicious! I like them when they're in the juice of their own kind. Like, you know, when you get them from the deli and that's like olives in olive oil. Oh, it's like they killed their friends and they're swimming around in their blood. I really like it. Portugal. Correct. Goat and/or sheep milk, cream, whey, and salt. This dish is a delicate cheese known for its smooth and creamy texture. Is this feta? It looks like feta. Made primarily from a sheep or goat's milk. Wait. Let me start again. It looks like feta. This dish is a delicate cheese known for its smooth and creamy texture, made primarily from sheep or goat's milk. Whey blended with cream, it boasts a subtle, tangy flavor with a hint of citrusy sweetness, making it a versatile addition to both sweet and savory recipes. Often enjoyed fresh, it can be served on its own, drizzled with honey, or crumbled over salads and pastas. I think feta is Greek. I think feta is Greek, dude. Oh, wait. The country's not called Greek. The country's called Greece. Correct! Well, it's not feta, but the country was Greece. So I'm still correct. Alright, we gotta play one more game. And then little Panda's gonna go rest her little dented bum. Quick play. Ooh, chocolate marshmallows, nuts, desiccated coconut, jelly candies, dried fruit, and biscuits. I feel like this is Rocky Road, and I feel like this is Australian. Australia. Correct! Rocky Road! Hell yeah. Almond paste, sugar, egg whites, food coloring, rose water, and almond extract. I have a fender bender. Yeah, I have like a complication from a cortisone injection. So I have to ask the rheumatologist about it tomorrow. These are German. Ooh. Correct, marzipan pig. Pasta dough, ground meat, beef or pork, spinach, onions, breadcrumbs, eggs, salt, pepper, nutmeg, parsley, smoked bacon, garlic, marjoram, and bacon. This dish involves preparing a dough from flour, eggs, and water. The filling consists of ground meat, spinach, onions, and spices. Roll out the dough thinly, place small mounds of filling, and fold the dough over. Cut the individual pockets and seal the edges. Boil these filled pockets in salted water until cooked. Then optionally saute in butter or simply serve with broth. Ooh. Two raviolis? Fuck off. Yeah, I hate it when you go to like a restaurant and they serve you two raviolis. And it's like, cool, that's my dinner. Looks like I'm gonna have to go get a kebab after dinner. Or hit up KFC on the way home. Thank you for that. Could have just gone straight to KFC. Saved all the money. I don't know. Somebody help me. Oh, KFC is like one of my favorite foods. I'm not even lying. Like a Zinger Stacker box from KFC is one of my favorite things. I will get like some hot and crispy or some wicked wings. Delicious. Like when I get KFC, I'm genuinely excited. It's like a really happy day in my life. And I feel like with how much protein you get for the calories, it's kind of okay. You don't have KFC here? Where are you? Is that like fried chicken? Yeah, it's fried chicken. I think they have KFC everywhere. Where are you? Are you in Antarctica? You're in Scandinavia? Well, there's like a blue and white mosaic. There's a blue and white mosaic under here, if that's like a clue. It could be Israel. This looks like a Star of David underneath the plate. It's Germany. You go with Germany? I'll try Germany, but I think this is Israel. I think this is a Star of David under the plate. You know a bit about German cuisine because of your sister? Oh, there is only 5 points, true. Unless there's another point here. Yeah, that is not a 6-pointer. Good point, JM. Why does your sister know she's studying German? Is she? How do I know that? I don't know that, dude. You only told me that your sister likes horses and that she's a bit intense. That's all I know about her. That she's an intense horse girl. I know nothing about her reading Mein Kampf for shits and giggles. No, you did not mention that. You just mentioned that she really likes horses and that she's really intense and she sounds kind of scary. She sounds kind of scary and mean, and I think I would be scared of her. I think she would be mean to me. I think, well, of course she's studying the meanest language. German sounds so mean. It sounds like she would study German. I think if she met me, she would smell my weakness and she would be mean to me. That's what I think. Alright, it is German. Oh, I think I know what this is. You would smell the check? Yeah. This is Bubble and Squeak, the UK. It's made from rice and water, sir. This is rice porridge, so it could be Chinese. It could be... But this looks like the Korean. This looks like the Korean one. Whoa. South Korea is hot. This is Milan's breakfast. Yeah, they have it. They have it all over Asia, but it's probably China. Rice, kidney beans, coconut milk, onion, garlic, scallion, thyme, pimento, salt, black pepper, scotch bonnet pepper. Optional ginger, allspice, and bell pepper. To make this dish, soak dried kidney beans overnight, then cook them with coconut milk, scallions, thyme, garlic, and scotch bonnet pepper until tender. Add washed rice and continue cooking until the rice absorbs the liquid and becomes fluffy. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Once cooked, remove the scotch bonnet and thyme stems before serving. This dish pairs well with various meats or vegetables. Jamaican. We're a gastronomical genius. Alright guys, I'm gonna go because I feel like shit, and I only have a half day at work tomorrow because I have to catch public transport to my rheumatologist in the high UV, and I'm gonna get fucked. My head is gonna swell up like a tomato and I'm gonna get a UV rash all over my body. Because I'm not paying $200 worth of taxis to get there and back, so fuck that. Wear long sleeves. Yeah, I'm gonna wear my UV clothing, but it's still gonna be bad. I'll wear my hat, I'll wear sunscreen, I'll wear all the things, but yeah. If my blood tests are bad, they'll just put me on a super high dose of prednisone or something. Or worst case scenario, they'll put me on like short-term chemotherapy. But hopefully it's not that bad, and hopefully I am just being a sook and everything will be okay. Oh, I should take my parasol. That's a good idea. I have a really cute parasol, JM. I'll take my parasol. I have a cute Japanese parasol. I'll take that. That's okay. I can pull that off. Yeah, parasol like a fancy lady. All right, see you, everybody. Bye.